Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. Today I have a message for the upcoming full moon coming up on April 23rd. Before we start, let me remind you that love is manifesting for you, abundance is manifesting for you, health is manifesting for you. Now comes the chapter where you transcend your blocks and win. This is a very powerful season that is starting, and many of you have noticed that after the solar eclipse, incredibly intense energy is present on this planet. The field around the Earth, the electromagnetic field around the Earth, is expanding, and it's being quite disturbed due to all the electromagnetic fields and flares that are being emitted from the sun as sun is purifying itself. It is causing a lot of disturbance and purifying of all the planets in our solar system and also of the planet Earth. And this purifying phase that is happening right now is also causing a lot of triggering within your body system and inside your field as well. And many of you are noticing that, especially as we are entering into a season of the full moon, which comes in a very intense sign of a Scorpio. Many of you are noticing this intensity, which brings a lot of emotional awareness. And it brings a lot of encouragement to slow down a little bit and pay attention to emotional outbursts, maybe even burnouts that may be happening to many of you and triggers that may be happening to many of you. But it is inviting you into an immediate expression of it, which means that you talk about how you feel. You connect with people with whom you can have these deep, profound conversations, because it will lead into an immediate healing. That's what Sun is doing and all other planets are doing on the energy field. Immediate expression of what needs to be, kind of pulled out from you. Like when something triggers you, talk about it. When something is not aligned with you, talk about it, express it. Really go into deep conversations and just, think about a little bit what can be turned for the better, what can be improved, what can be changed, what can be purified, what could be the next phase you could, embody if you would be more honest with these certain people in your life. A very important time, so don't neglect this part of you and you will level up. This is so beautiful that is happening, and many of you are noticing that there are layers to your field of your body, and in these layers there's so much of information, so much of suppressed memories, and your field is made out of different type of layers. Like outer layers are what happened the most recently, and more inner layers are what happened more in your past and in your childhood. And what's happening is you're doing your own healing. It's like you're slowly peeling off these layers and you're becoming more familiar with your deeper memories, with your deeper, kind of images from your past and realizations why you are the way you are and who you are and who you were before the world told you who you should be. And all these kind of realizations are only taking you deeper onto your path. And with your path, I mean this clear understanding of what you want to do with your life and where you just feel like you can be of service and you can create a good, incredible impact on this world. So together we can raise the frequency, right? There's a lot of conflict that's happening on this planet right now, and wars that are happening, and conflicts in families, inside of relationships, and due to all this programming that was happening through years and generations, and suddenly many of us have realized, well, we don't want to participate in conflict, we want to participate in peace. And it leads us into a completely different journey. We recognize, well, the only way to really heal the world is to firstly heal ourselves and then demonstrate healing on the world, right? Being the change that you wish to see. Many of you are noticing it's not an easy journey because a part of your brain is still this ancient brain that has been taught through evolution how to survive. And because of this, you're slowly constantly learning how to be compassionate towards yourself. You've learned how to survive. Now you need to learn how to thrive, which is a whole new programming that needs to be established in your system. That's why heart's intelligence is so significant in this time, teaching you how to tap into your heart. And Scorpio is a very heartful sign. That's why this moon is deeply calling you into your heart and reminding you, look, most of your challenges at this present time will not be resolved with your mind, but with your heart. Scientists have discovered that the same neurons that serve as antennas to attract towards them certain type of information that can form sentences and meanings are present in your heart. Your heart has same neurons as the thinking brain. And in your heart, these neurons serve as antennas for higher wisdom. Those are the thoughts that come from higher frequencies. Ancient alchemists call them as crystallized thoughts. Those are the purest possible thoughts that often are being experienced as deep, profound realizations. You know, artists often, when they produce music or when we produce paintings or different type of art, we often say it just comes through us. Those are purified, crystallized thoughts that come through our hearts. We don't think about it, it just moves through us. It feels like it moves through us. It's when these heart neurons are being activated and they attract towards them these crystallized thoughts. It happens when you become more coherent inside of your hair, inside of your body, inside of your heart. You learn to balance yourself, you learn to tap into your inner peace, and you find this center. So you can learn that by just, taking time in your day. This is a very important phase. Like Sun just entered into a sign of Taurus, which reminds us of slowing down and planning our lives a little bit, planning from the heart, focusing on your goals, focusing a bit on your pleasures, like what allows you to enjoy life, what allows you to connect with life more. And for that, it's very important that you tap into your heart, like here and there in your day, slow down your breathing, place your attention into your heart and just send some healing thoughts onto others. Send some beautiful thoughts onto others and also onto yourself. And think about what is that new goals you will strive towards in the society, in your daily life. What is that new you you're embodying in this new chapter? As full moon represents a new chapter of the book of your life, this is a very important time for you to notice what is that new version you're becoming. The second thing is that it's very important right now to navigate your passions towards your goals and dreams. As you're peeling off these old layers of, let's say, your identity, your old self, you're becoming also more familiar with what you're really passionate about. As many people are noticing, oh, I was always so passionate about art, but for such a long time I was not doing it. I was so passionate about researching, but for such a long time I had no time for this. Well, right now is really, will you take time for this, or will you be, struggling with everything forever? It's really deciding, I want to live. I don't want just to survive. I want to live. So slow down and reflect if your path is still aligned with your vision. So be clear around this. Very important time. And you will be so supported with all these universal energies that are present right now. So take time for that. The third reminder I want to give you is that see what was hidden beneath the surface. There's a lot of suppressed potential that you're becoming more familiar with during this unique time. So notice what is arising as this, spontaneous realization. Sometimes we just come across many incredible insights at the times when we least expect, but often we forget them if we don't write them down, if we don't reflect on them. So during this time, maybe you will have very deep conversations with your loved ones or with certain type of people that are really close to your heart, and many incredible realizations will come to you as the messages. Sometimes we receive messages and signs through others, through deep conversations, through something that really speaks to us. And if we pay more attention to it, we say, oh yes, there's something really to it. Like, that's why I feel so connected to it. That's why this resonates with me so much, because maybe I have such an incredible potential here to find a solution for this thing, or to add something valuable to this project, or to be a solution to a big problem. You actually never know until you find it out, right? So use this time to really pay attention what might be your suppressed potential. So how I feel about it often when this kind of energies are present, I feel like a deep need for painting, because painting is still for me the biggest thing I want to do. I'm doing and I'm passionate about. But often because of other responsibilities, I'm kind of postponing it, or I'm not really I'm not taking enough time with it. But then when this kind of energy comes, I'm like, I just want to paint right now, because all other realizations come to me when I'm painting. So maybe think about it. If, suppressed potential turns into pain, and if you're in tension with many things in your life, it's most probably because you're neglecting what brings the most joy to you. And it's a very important time to reawaken it and rediscover it and redo it. But also notice what you have lost in your life, or what you have given away, or what was taken from you, maybe emotionally, or maybe as a sense of power. Like someone said something mean to you and you've lost a sense of happiness. Someone did something to you and your joy was given away, or something very traumatic happened and it felt like all meaning for life was taken from you. And therefore you always feel attracted towards people who have what you're lacking, right? So it's very important to ask yourself what you see in them that you're lacking inside of you, and try to rediscover it within you. So you maybe stop attracting toxic people towards you. Because towards the end of this video, I will give you a few affirmations that will help you with that. But it's very important to know that, because you deserve the best possible people. You deserve open-hearted and open-minded people. That's what you deserve into your life. But often you feel attracted to those who have what you've lost at a certain phase of your life. And it's important to notice it's still within you. It's your mind that tricked you, that somebody took it away from you. Or you may think like you're lost or you're being stuck just because mentally you're being stuck in a certain phase that has ended long time ago, and you're still holding on to these memories even though it's not helping you anywhere anymore. It's time for you to move on, right? It's time for you to move on and notice the best is yet to come, and you're the one that will start this best chapter of your life right now. You're the one that will start it, right? And it leads us into the fourth sign, which may be very, very active right now, which is your inner critic. A Scorpio is known as very self-critical sign. So maybe you may notice, oh, self-critic is very, very active. So how can we take the best out of it? Well, have these soulful conversations with people you love, because you will notice there's actually some truth to it. You may be critical towards yourself because you've been not doing what you truly love to do, but most of the time you're being critical towards yourself just because you're not accepting what you've done actually very, very well, or you're comparing yourself with someone else who is somewhere else where you would like to be, but you think you can't get there because that person is wiser or more intelligent or more talented or whatever. So that's why you should compare yourself with yourself from yesterday and see how much you've grown. You know that today's beginner is tomorrow's master, and you can only master what you start, right? So inner critic can sometimes help you to improve your work, but most of the time it will just try to block you and stop you. So the cure for inner critic often is to talk with other people and ask other people what they think about it. So make sure you are surrounded with people who will give you a very, very constructive advice. If you're surrounded with people who are constantly criticizing you and dimming your light, then this critic will be even louder. So often, because of your mirror neurons, your self-critic is loud because you're surrounded with people who are constantly criticizing other people and even themselves. So make sure that you have this in check, and make sure that you maybe distance yourself from those people who are dimming your life, who are kind of pulling you down and not really allowing you to shine. It's also a very important time to explore yourself, to travel, to experiment with good food, to have these good talks, and just connect. Maybe even connect with strangers and have some soulful conversations. Maybe ask them about their stories. And there's so much we can learn from strangers when we actually ask them, what is your story? What is your story? Like, what brought you to where you are right now? And just, getting a new perspective. Also expect these things to happen almost automatically. It's a very interesting time right now, and people who are waking up are just being attracted to other people who are waking up. So you can expect during this time a lot of interesting events that will happen, that will help you to get a new perspective, where you will notice that actually you're so much more on the right path than you think you are. And you will get most probably many confirmations for that. So just pay attention to this, and maybe you will be surprised. The last thing I want to give you is that what maybe triggered the most right now is trust issues due to the Scorpio energy right now. Most probably because in the past people mistreated you. You have to know that through your inner work, your inner healing, you're beginning to attract completely new people that will surprise you. And these new people will show you that it's okay to trust, and it's okay to experiment a little bit with whom to trust, even if some people may still sometimes maybe misuse what you've given. You will find a whole new perspective around what trust really is. It's about learning, right? In the past, so many people misused you. Maybe you have to understand that so much more good people are now coming towards you. And these new people will actually teach you how to trust, because they will trust you. And therefore you will learn there's a completely different degree to understanding of love, what love truly means, because they will teach you, they will show you. So open up. Really right now, just open your heart and allow to send some beautiful thoughts towards others, allow to send some healing thoughts towards others, and allow to also trust that there is that the field that is connecting you with everything is also making sure that you will come in touch with the right people, that the right events will turn out for you, that will only show you that you're doing everything completely well. So I want to give you 3 powerful affirmations for this time. The first one is, I let love into my life. You can, place your hand onto your heart and you can say, I let love into my life. Whatever it is, be surprised by it, because maybe you don't even know how incredible it can be, how surprising it can be. If the word freedom means being in awe, being in reverence, being in complete surprise with beauty, then love is even greater than that. So imagine how can it be if you open up for it. The second affirmation, I'm meeting open-hearted and minded people. I'm meeting open-hearted and open-minded people. You can also write them down in the comment section. Let's write your favorite down. And the last one is, my passion gives birth to abundance. My passion gives birth to abundance. When you do something with passion, when you do something that you're so driven by, you open up for new events that will introduce you to abundance, and you will notice you are supported. So what is your job here is to make sure you do all that you can with it. You take it as far as possible. You stretch it as much as you can. And when you do your best, the best will come to you. So my friends, I hope you found great value in today's message. I'm sending you lots of love, blessings, and power. Till next time, one love. Hey my friend, I hope you found great value in today's message. And I want to invite you into our freshly created and opened store, AttractPassion.com, where you can find all of my art. So if you found my art inspiring, you can get a copy of it. You can also get some of my original paintings, so go and check it out. You can use the code PASSION15 and you will get 15 off on your first order. I'm also offering one-on-one coaching. So if you feel like you would like to deepen your journey a little bit and you're kinda aligned with my work, you can go and check out the link in the description of this video and book a session. So check it out, and thanks to everyone for joining our Patreon community, where you have access to community chat and some exclusive content, some guided workshops, and so much more. So check it out, and don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you found this video very valuable, share it with a friend. Thank you so much. Let's spread some inspiration, some good energy, and see you in the next one. Much love.